you literally told me you're a full-time UCLA student, but you're not enrolled in UCLA.
How much do you want to bet?
Okay, we can bet right now. Watch this. I'm going to send an email to your UCLA email address, and it's about to either get undelivered or bounce back. We can test this out right now. Here, go ahead, pop in your UCLA email address. I'm obviously not going to expose your email address, but I am going to just explain the nature of your email address. So her email address reads, you said .com?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so now this is how we know she's lying. We're going to have to make a clip of this. I asked her for her UCLA email address. Everyone who's went to any university, especially the UC system, which is where I went, you know that email addresses don't end in .com for students. What do they end in? .edu. Bingo. Bang, bang. They end in .edu. So she's now been officially busted as lying about being
I don't know why you would lie about something like that, to be honest, but yeah. If you go into school, there's not going to be many times that it ends in .com. A lot of times it's going to end in .edu. So, I mean, that's kind of the easiest thing to spot there. So,
as soon as something touches my tongue, as soon as I can taste it.
Yo, that's crazy. I have a similar ability. It's like when I close my eyes, as soon as I can't see. I don't know.
Where are the worst places to meet women?
The worst places to meet women, speed dating events. I get it. They're there, but most of the time it's just going to be good to like practice, talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen actually any relationships come out of that. Loud clubs. Everyone tries loud clubs because the girls are there. Not great for meeting women or getting into a relationship. Unless you got a table and you're just looking for something quick. Number 3, yoga. A lot of guys do yoga because they want to meet women. Don't be that creepy guy.
No.
Number 4, beginner salsa classes. Intermediate salsa classes work if you know how to dance, but just trying to awkwardly move your feet when you've never danced before, no woman's going to be into that. So all of those places I'd say don't work tremendously well. And I hear a lot of coaches recommending those without giving these caveats. They should really stop doing that.
I mean, if both of y'all are in beginner salsa classes, y'all both don't know what you're doing. So why would she be judging you when she doesn't have a clue on what she's supposed to be doing either? You see how stupid that sounds?
So my nickname is Fat Man. So can you cook, or are you willing to learn how to cook?
Yes, I can cook, and I didn't really cook because it's just me. I have no kids, but I did just learn how to do candy yams, seafood dressing, mac and cheese. I tore it up for Thanksgiving.
Okay, one thing.
Yes.
All right. Whew. How do you make your macaroni and cheese?
Ooh, old school. I know you got to get the evaporated milk, the shells.
Okay.
You have to bake it in the oven for sure.
Okay, now, okay, yeah. You know what you're doing.
I just learned it, but it was good, and they cleaned that plate. They cleaned their plates, so.
Okay.
But I'm willing to cook. I would love to cook for my
That's what I'm talking about.
So your new name is gonna be Big Bag.
Yeah, you are. Hey, that thing is probably wide on the screen right now. Shirt a little tight.
Is this a match?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
If I mentioned to a man that I had planned on buying a Chanel bag, and I wouldn't even mention that in the first place.
If you know you wouldn't even do that in the first place, why are you creating a hypothetical for this video? Viewer discretion is advised.
But if I mention that to him, and the next day he messages me asking me, did you get your Chanel bag? I don't know what it is about that, but I would not respond to that.
Okay, just so I'm understanding, you are talking to a guy, you guys are having general conversation, right? And you bring up the fact that you are going to purchase a Chanel bag. The following day, he hits you up, sparks up a small conversation, and then asks you, hey, did you ever go get that Chanel bag you was talking about? You wouldn't respond to him? Why?
Like, that kind of disgusts me. That's kind of disgusting to me. I would not respond to that. I might block him.
Following up with the woman that you were talking to or showing some kind of interest in something that she's interested in will get you blocked nowadays. You know what's the funniest thing about this whole video? She said in the beginning she would never do anything like this. So you are creating a scenario in your head that you know you would never even end up in because you're not that kind of person to bring this type of stuff up. And then you feel some type of way about the scenario. You know, thoughts carry energy. They can easily affect your mood with one bad thought, right? You're thinking about something that you have no business even thinking about because you know you're not even interested in doing that kind of thing. However, you still decided to make a whole video about it. Knowing deep down the reason it really bothers you is you wanted him to purchase that purse for you. Instead of just coming out and saying that, you're making it seem as if him following up or him showing some kind of interest to you making such an extravagant purchase is a problem. Like if you got a flat purse, just say that. It ain't got nothing to do with it disgusting you. What? When did someone following up with something become an issue? Like, come on, let's be realistic here. You wanted that man to purchase that purse and you couldn't just come out and say that, but it's okay. We all can see it from a mile away. And fortunately for you, you ain't got to listen to what I'm saying because I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep it change.
But when you say finding all the loopholes and fixing them, what's the number one loophole that you're going after?
False allegations. It doesn't matter what kind of custody you have. If you do a false allegation, your custody goes to 0. Doesn't matter if you have standard possession, expanded standard, or even 50-50.
So, but that's a really interesting thing. Like we say false allegations, and how do you prove a false allegation? Because one of the things I often see is mom makes the allegation, mom and dad have 2 or 3-year-old little girl, and the allegation is always the same. Mom says, I am afraid that dad may be fingering the baby when he's changing the diaper. How do you prove that she's not afraid?
Well, I don't know about afraid, but they make false allegations all the time. It's their burden of proof to prove it. The problem is with family court, they take away your parental rights on a precaution. And that's where the detriment to you and your child's relationship is.
If you want more time with your kids, join our VIP program today.
Life is not fair, and I've come to understand that. And the more I understand that, the more life makes sense, right? You don't dwell on the stuff that you can't change. But I'm tired, y'all. I sound horrible. I feel horrible. I'm not feeling well, but here I am, back at work, about to start my night shift. And to know that I have to pay child support, yes, I got the word that I have to pay child support today. We split the kids evenly. It's a joint custody. But guess what? The system, American system, it is what it is, right? Whoever makes more has to pay more, even though you're splitting the kids evenly. And I'm saying this to say, when I said I wasn't marrying anyone that makes less than me, or I wasn't marrying for love the second time around, this is precisely what I mean. Why is it that I'm sick and I'm at work? Why? And I have to pay child support. Yeah, so there's more to come, and we will go detail for detail once I'm able to. But don't marry beneath you guys. I'm sorry. A man should be the provider, and I don't care what anyone says. A man is supposed to be the provider. Everything is stacked for you to be able to provide for your family. Yeah.
Well, if it were the other way around, you would have no problem forcing him to go to work. And you would tell him, well, you have a strong back, so get out there and do what you need to do for your son.
If I'm dating a man and he decides he wants to go 50-50, we're going 50-50 on everything. My hair appointment, 50-50. The nails, 50-50. Every single thing. Gas, groceries, 50-50. I find it interesting that when people say they're going 50-50, it'll be like rent, groceries, and nothing else. No, you're going to help me pay for this hair. You want me to look good? You're going to pay for it. I want a new necklace, 50-50. We're going 50-50 on everything. Call me petty, but you want to do 50-50? Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm newly married and I linked up with a wife club and they told me I'll come hang out with them or whatever. And I'm seeing this shit. In this case, I should have just started single because these women, they just giving it out. I mean, I was really ready to learn new recipes, learn how to knead and bake cookies. And all I'm learning is that the new 304s is somebody's wife. I'm sorry, but I ain't signed up for this shit. I mean, I love my husband to death. He treats me very well. He treats me like a queen. So I'm sorry, baby. Y'all, I got to cancel that. I can't relate.
And man, everybody talking about all this. Why is it easier to another bitch in today's time than it is to the single women?
You ain't lying. Alright, chat, let's test our morality. Lock in. Let's test your morality. You and your parent decide to go out to dinner to catch up. The restaurant is in walking distance, so you both decide to walk the 10 minutes and make it in time for your reservation. After a couple of hours at the restaurant, you both decide to walk back home. During the walk back home, a man approaches you both with a gun and demands all of your valuables. You immediately hand over your wallet, but you look over and see that your parent is fumbling around trying to get to their wallet. The robber gets frustrated and immediately goes to grab for your parents, but the gun accidentally goes off. Before you can register what happened, the robber takes off running and you look over and see your parents slumped to the ground. You grab onto them and hold them in your arms as they take their final breath. Within 1 week, the robber is caught and confessed to the crime of killing your parent. The prosecution was going to go for the death penalty, but the robber informed that he knows about information on 5 girls being trafficked tonight. The robber wants full immunity and to be sent back to their country in exchange for the location of the 5 girls being trafficked. The prosecution is willing to make the deal as the 5 girls that were kidnapped are all under the age of 10. The prosecution wants to know if you will sign the form, dropping the murder charges on behalf of your parent. If the robber is sent back home, you will never be able to locate them, and if you do, they know a lot of bad people in their country and you will be in immense danger. Do you sign the form knowing the robber will never pay for their crimes, knowing there will never be justice for the murder of someone you love, but saving 5 children who are currently being trafficked? Or refuse to sign the form, giving the death penalty to someone who took away your parent, knowing the 5 victims that are currently being trafficked will never be seen again?
I mean, look, so this is how I think about it, right? Like, bro, at least my parents died for something. A lot of people out here die for nothing. Really think about it. If I sign this form, at least 5 girls get saved that night. And my parent that I went to dinner with died to save those 5 girls. They died for something, bro. I think that's so beautiful, bro. But I mean, really though, what I would do is I'll sign the form and I would spend every dime in my bank account on hitmen. And I'm gonna have them waiting outside the courthouse and follow that boy home and the 5 girls are saved in that.
I mean, we're talking about the FBI here. They just, what do they just get Diddy on a whole bunch of charges like this? So I don't know if there's going to be such thing as he goes back to his country and he's never seen or heard from again. They're going to be harassing this dude. Trust me, they're going to find those children.
Why would I chase you when women don't run from what they want?
Beautiful woman is always going to have options, okay? And I know that's a harsh reality for some, but maybe it's a little less harsh coming from another woman.
So I'm guessing she's going to explain pretty privilege. Let's hear her out.
If you think that men are not going to be interested in you because you have multiple children and you're a single mom, hell, you could even have children by different men.
Already, she's naive to the fact that men will be interested in you just to smash if you have multiple baby daddies and multiple kids. Yeah, they'll put up with it for a little bit. But the man you want is not going to want you long term because you have multiple kids by different men. Know the difference.
Okay? If you think that because you're over 30 and or any age, that you're 50, you're 60, you're 70 and you can't get a man. If you're beautiful, it doesn't matter.
She's not wrong on that part. However, if the man you want wants kids and you're above the age of geriatric pregnancy, you got to think twice. He's not going to want you long term because you can't bear his kids.
Like, again, I hate to say that. And the only reason I know it to be true is because my grandmother's 96 years old and she still gets hit on.
Really, nigga?
Sometimes she gets hit on by men considerably younger than her. And I'm always thinking to myself, like, what do these men want with a woman that's like almost 100 years old?
If you don't know, I'll tell you. It has nothing to do with her looks, but only monetary gain. She's about to croak and die, and they know they're about to get it back.
You know, but she's a beautiful woman. She's always just taking care of herself physically. She's kept her weight down. She dresses really well. She like always, you know, wears makeup. And
a true woman of beauty doesn't need makeup. Makeup means the makeup for lack of aesthetics. So you're putting on makeup, you're hiding something. Just saying.
I think that sometimes when men are so like angry with women or, you know, get on us about our makeup and get on us about our hair, I think they're jealous because
I think a man who's jealous of a woman's beauty and makeup is gay.
Because their looks, well, most men are not very handsome. That's a whole different story. But like,
and most women are average at best.
Their looks can't get them what our looks as women can get us. Like, there are women out there that are so beautiful that it's literally gotten them out of poverty.
Yes, I agree with her on that. There's no such thing as handsome handouts. Well, maybe, but I don't really see it. And women can gain a lot of money just from their beauty. That's pretty much it. You have to sell yourself to get money.
Let that sink in. Like, there are some women whose looks put them in a whole different social class status. And I think that, like, men are jealous of that we can put on a little bit of makeup, we can change our hair, we can buy a wig or something if we want to, and it can put us in a whole different level.
No, men are not jealous. We just realize that you guys have no skill sets besides looking good. That's pretty much it.
And also, you're not that cute. It's only because you started adding things to yourself that you enter into a different area. But they're still not respecting you for who you are. You have to hide behind that. That is who you are. You can never take that off, or somebody's gonna be like, whoa, I gotta adjust a little bit because I didn't know that was you. Well, yeah, I'm trying to go back to, something normal and natural, and I've been doing this thing for like 5 to 10 years, and I just want to become one with myself. Well, okay, well, yeah, I do that, and then you get talked about because that was weird what you've been doing this whole time.
Yeah, unhealed women don't like to be wrong because we believe our lies, our labels, and our limitations for so long that when you, as a man, and we're in a relationship or friendships or even at work, if you challenge that narrative that we built to protect ourselves from the world, we don't want to be wrong. We can't be wrong because being wrong means I now have to reveal the wound. I now have to bring it forward. So unhealed women don't want to be wrong. Women who are healing, because healing is never up. You're never healed. You're healing forward, right? Women who are healing accept that, you know what? I'm wrong in this situation. Like, I could have did something differently. Thank you for bringing this to my attention so I can grow and be better.
Women create single family households. There, I said it. Y'all do. Y'all make yourselves single moms and then y'all blame everybody else for it. Because at the end of the day, if it's your body, your choice, right? Most women don't believe in that concept unless it's a nigga she really ain't like that. Yeah, she'll get rid of the baby. Or if she really is fucking with the nigga real tough and she really believe by getting rid of the baby, they might have a better chance of working out. She might do it. But 9 times out of 10, she looks at that baby as a form of setup. She getting welfare, she getting Section 8, she getting all this other stuff that she's gonna get from the benefits of the baby. And most of the time keeping it around, which a lot of women don't want to admit they didn't want to keep it around. Then all of a sudden you keep the baby, then all of a sudden he a bum ass, he this, and the fifth, but he wasn't that when you was keeping the baby after he asked you not to. So you are a single mom by choice. 9 times out of 9, 10 times out of 10, you are a single mom by choice. Because if you didn't like that nigga, if you really wanted to put him, that baby gonna be up there with grandma, grandpa, Aunt Jackie, Uncle Becky, whoever else, St. Jude, Jesus, whoever else is there to greet them at the end of that surgery. Because you ain't gonna keep no baby you don't want.
Where we about to go?
I ain't about to go nowhere. You about to go.
What you mean? Why was you putting my clothes in my...
Because, bro, I told you repeatedly, Abigail, you won't, you keep in contact with ex-boyfriends and stuff like that. Like, we're not about to do that. All you had to do was delete it, and we would have been happily ever after. So, yeah, you about to go. I ain't going nowhere.
Okay, so basically you just telling me that you're insecure.
No, it's not that I'm insecure. It's just a respect thing. When you're dealing with somebody that does a lot, you should appreciate that and show me some type of respect like that.
What does that have to do with you being insecure?
You keep talking about insecure. That's not the case. Listen, it don't even matter no more. Your ass got to go.
You got to give me 30 days to get out.
I ain't got to give you 30 days.
And then you packing my stuff like I could pack my own stuff.
You good. I'm going to pack it for you. Your name ain't on the lease.
My name is on the lease as an occupant.
No, damn occupant.
Yeah, I'm an occupant. You have to give me 30 days to get out. Virginia law.
You're an occupant. Your ass out of here.
Well, I'm glad you folded my shit the way it need to be folded.
Respectfully, why wouldn't I?
No, it just don't make sense that men are like that. No, men these days are very insecure.
Listen, it's not about men these days. I'm not them.
When you go to the club, do I say anything about you being in the club?
I'm putting you out very respectfully and humbly.
You go humble your ass out too, because if I got to get out you and the dog and the kids getting out.
That don't make that make sense.
I'm making it make sense.
That don't make sense.
I'm making it make sense. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just leave the kids here.
That's cool, but is you gonna leave respectfully?
No, I'm not gonna leave respectfully. I'm leaving disrespectfully.
Either way, you're gonna have to go, whether you want to leave respectfully or not.
Well, I guess we going together.
No, I ain't going.
Yeah, because wherever I go, you going too.
Nah, that don't work like that. All you had to do was delete a number and you wanted to keep... Why would you even want to keep contact with ex anyway in your phone? Like, like, why?
Because you can't talk to me about the stuff that I need to be talked to about. So at the end of the day, I got to talk to somebody who I can talk to.
So you talk to your ex. See, that's the problem with females. They go back to what they know.
That ain't got nothing to do with going back what I know.
So what you got his number for? Save.
I just told you.
Oh, so you talk to him about when you're going through stuff.
Yeah.
That I can't talk to you about.
Yeah, because you don't know how to communicate.
Why you don't talk to your mom or your daddy or your
I
sister or your brother?
why would I talk to them about my relationship with you?
You better off sitting there talking to Coco, sitting by the cage.
Listen, at the end of the day, I'm not leaving, so you're going to have to give me a 30-day notice or something.
I'm not giving you nothing but your suitcase and your shit to
Okay,
go.
well, we're going to see when the police come.
When the police come?
Yeah.
The police? I ain't calling no police.
I'm calling the police because
you
you can't kick me out. You have to give me 30 days.
You're not about to bring no police here.
Yeah, my mother's a lawyer. I know all about this.
I ain't tripping about none of that.
Yeah.
You ain't calling no police over here.
Okay.
There's no need for you to call the police.
Okay, that's all I got to say.
This your head, man?
There's a saying, you need to be able to walk and chew gum at the same time. And this man is a perfect example of it. I'm sitting there talking to you about what's going on, all the while unpacking your bags. I'm talking and chewing gum at the same time. This needs to get done. You're out here violating the terms and the conditions of what we have here, and you don't seem to care. You don't seem worried about it. In fact, you call me insecure. So I'm going to continue to talk to you about it and tell you how I feel about it. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to get belligerent. I'm not going to get wild. I'm not going to holler and scream, but I am going to continue to pack these bags.
I went on a date with the guy, 3 dates. Guys, I'm up to 3 dates. And he calls me up the other day and he's like, for the 4th date, I would like you to plan because I planned the last 3 dates. Like, okay, no one's ever asked me that before, to be honest, but I was like, sure, all right. I have no idea now if he meant I should plan it and pay for it, or do I just plan it and anyone can give me some help here? And is that weird?
Hi, friends. Listen, I know I piss off a lot of females on this app, especially when I talk about removing Pound Town from your relationship and why it's a bad idea. And a lot of people sometimes comment like, you're a pick-me girl or you're too young to talk about this. Let me just tell you, my mother was, rest in peace, she's no longer alive, was living proof that if you didn't, somebody else would. Okay? Because my mother would sleep with all the married men, all of them. And by doing so, I quite literally grew up in a home watching a woman be a revolving door for married men that weren't getting taken care of by their wives. Okay? You feel me? So when you think that you're cutting off your man from Pound Town and he's just going to comply with all of your wants and needs, it's only going to last so long. It is. It's only going to last so long. That man may still show up for you. He may still come home to you at night, but I guarantee you he's either going to go somewhere else for his needs to be met if you continue to shut the door to the bedroom activities, or 2, he's going to become highly involved in his right hand and corn sites, right? So it's up to you. I'm just the messenger. That's it. Don't hate me.
Men and women can both have, but what happens after? 2 completely different biological stories. Men are built for volume. Simple biology. Roughly 300 million new sperm a day. And evolution wired him to spread his seed and protect the species, right? For a man is a dopamine flash and a testosterone spike, a quick hit with no emotional residue. That's why a guy can sleep with somebody and literally feel nothing after, because his brain resets almost instantly. He doesn't bond through. He bonds through loyalty, respect, mission, and peace. Women, on the other hand, are built for depth. She has one egg, one shot. When she has, her body floods with oxytocin, which is the same hormone that bonds her to her baby. Her body literally says, this man is safe. Attach. Every new partner is another bond formed, then broken. Do it enough times and those oxytocin receptors turn dull and they start to fade, and pair bonding gets harder. That's not judgment. That is just chemistry. Men thrive on variety. Women pay for it. Different wiring, different consequences. Women are the gatekeepers of, men are the gatekeepers of commitment. Remember that. So men, you're wired to scatter. But kings don't waste their seed, right? Discipline beats dopamine every time. So pick a woman who brings you peace and multiplies your purpose. The rest is just noise. And women, your power isn't matching his body count. It's holding your standard until a man proves he's worthy of your depth. So select like your lineage depends on it, because it does. Play against biology and you will lose every time. Play with it and you will build a legacy. This is not anybody's opinion. It's biology, psychology, and the truth. And nature doesn't care about your feelings.
What should men do when a woman starts pulling away?
Let her go. Don't chase. If she's pulling away, even if it's a game, she's probably not right for you. And if it's a genuine rejection and she's not interested in you, you're better off walking separate paths anyway. Most men are coming from such scarcity that they're so afraid of losing her. They get so heartbroken when they schedule a date and she doesn't show up. She stops texting because they're coming from such scarcity. As a man, you should have at least one quality date every single week if you want to find a good relationship. Not so you can become a player, but so you can make an educated choice.
Bro, somebody really said Lois Lane didn't want Clark Kent. She wanted Superman. Mary Jane didn't want Peter Parker. She wanted Spider-Man. Yet Joker had a girl obsessed with him from the jizzump. And I can't stop thinking about that shit now. It's like, damn, what the f you mean the so-called good guys couldn't just get the girl on their own? They had to be something else. But the crazy bad Joker had her for the job.
I love you.
What about your wife?
My wife doesn't love you.
Oh, and you said, get the fuck out my comments. Y'all think y'all slick trying to pick up these roach bitches in my comments. Like, this what they be saying. Oh, you just need to buy these women shit and stop asking questions. And these roach bitches is liking this comment and writing under it. That's a man. That's a real man. That's a king. That's a dickhead. Shut up. Then I clicked the profile. He looks like Rick Ross when he used to work for corrections before he got money. What are y'all talking about? That's how y'all bitches end up with them ugly ass deadbeat baby fathers. Always chasing the money. What you talk about? That said buy you bitches something and y'all was just ready to. And I be on TikTok looking at these Diddy and R. Kelly shits. These bitches be in the comments like, oh, they was with the wrong bitches because for the right amount of money, I would have kept my mouth shut. That's why I don't take y'all serious. The bitches that really be going through shit, that be getting assaulted by men, they never get through because you got bitches like y'all up here just trying to with anybody just because they giving y'all some money. Y'all mothers never told y'all don't talk to strangers. Y'all's one of them bitches that go up to them vans that say, we got candy. Stupid bitch.
My little boy hit my wife because he was incredibly angry due to the fact that she took something away. I raised my voice, said, hey, no, grabbed him by his shoulders, picked him up, carried him into his room, put him down, said, that's enough, you're not allowed to hit mom. Turned around, walked away, went downstairs, did a meeting that I had to do. When I walked back upstairs, he was freaking out, yelling at her. And when he heard my footsteps, he got nervous and hid behind her. My wife and myself had a conversation. She's like, I don't like how he's afraid of you in some situations. I looked at her and said, I'll never hit our boy ever. I will never hit our children. But if I need to instill a little bit of fear because they know there's consequences to their violent actions, that is what I'm willing to do. I am willing to be the bad guy to make sure that they become the good kids that I know they can be if I need to.
And this is what a lot of women don't understand in relationships. He needs to be afraid of you, or he needs to be afraid of somebody in his house. This man was about to put his hands on you, and you worried about him being afraid of me. He need to have some sort of fear or respect for somebody. Are you okay? Your son is going to end up in jail. this man spent the entire clip getting cooked. So when you say, when I'm 80, this is where I'll go in my dreams, to get cooked. But all jokes aside, I definitely understand where he's coming from. Great clip here.
Most women might not even realize that they're pushing their man away until it's too late, until he's gone. Here's how you notice. It's not always cheating that drives men out. It's disrespect, constant negativity, emasculinizing him, belittling him, and making him feel like no matter what he does, it's never enough. When men feel drained instead of inspired, they don't explode. They retreat. They stop opening up. They stop putting in effort. They stop fighting for the relationship. And then the women play the victim, acting blindsided when he finally leaves. But the truth is, you created an environment where he couldn't thrive, where his presence felt like a burden instead of a blessing. And men will not stay where they feel unvalued, unseen, unappreciated. So if your man is pulling away, stop pointing the finger at him and look in the mirror. You might be the reason. Respect him, admire him, build him up instead of tearing him down, because the moment he realizes peace exists without you, he'll never come back. And that's a hard truth most women don't want to hear.
A man with money is expected to share, but a woman with money is told she doesn't need a man. Same income, totally different rules. Let me explain before you get mad. In our culture, men are taught from day one that if they're not earning, they're failing. If they can't provide, they're not real men. If they don't pick up the check, they're broke or stingy. A man's value is often reduced to his financial output. Now flip the script. When women become successful, we don't expect them to carry anybody. In fact, we celebrate it as a form of freedom. Yes, queen, you're independent. She doesn't need a man. He's expected to provide, but she's expected to escape. Because if we really want partnership, then we need to stop placing all the financial burden on one side while celebrating freedom on the other.
What's your name and what happened?
My name is Ruby, and he has big mamitis, so I had to end it.
Okay, how old was this guy?
37? I feel like his mom got more information of what he did on the daily than what I would know.
What made you feel like his mom knew more? Like, how'd you know that?
I read the messages.
So you went through his phone?
When in doubt, look.
Hold on. Wait a fucking minute. Talking to your mom is more of a red flag than going through somebody's phone? And all you saw was him texting his mom. He's not texting other girls, he's texting his mom. And that's a red flag.
No, it would be...
I'm just happy my mom doesn't know how to text, dog. That's what I'm happy, bro.
No.
I'm gonna call my mom right now and tell her, Mom, I can't talk to you a lot because people think it's a red fucking flag, Mom. I'm like, you know what?
I have 2 kids and... Oh, yeah. So
who the f*** is that?
He planned a guy's trip to go to Germany with another dude. At 3 years, you want to be having trips with me.
Wait. Clap if you think it's cool taking trips with the homies. Yo, guys and girls. Right now, you're losing.
And then I have 2 kids and he doesn't step up.
Are those his kids?
No.
3 years, you want him to step up, you want to get invited to trips, and you don't want him to text your mom, his mom.
Yeah.
That's a lot, dude.
And the issue is, they think this type of behavior is normal. Like, what are we talking about?
Are you in therapy or willing to go?
Neither.
Never been through anything?
I don't. You want me to be tragic? You want me to have some demons or something? Thank you for doing that for me.
And why did you pop? There's nothing wrong with going to therapy and talking to someone about your problems.
Obviously, you have a lot.
Thank you.
About to get married. I know you heard.
Who proposed? Who proposed to you?
Well, he didn't propose yet. See, about like 6 months ago, we were talking about getting married and engaged, and he said he just couldn't afford a ring right now. So I did what any good girlfriend would do and bought the ring for him, so all he has to do is propose. I'm going to show him tonight, and then we can go get married.
This woman is crazy.
And by him...
I thought I liked this guy, and then I got the ick. Why does every guy give me the ick? They breathe the wrong way, and I'm like,
The irony, of course, being that she and all the women supporting her by trashing men in her comments exude more ick than any man could ever do. And they wonder why the good men want nothing to do with them. Walk away from this insanity that is today's modern women, gentlemen. Just save yourselves and walk away.
I was looking at the likelihood of women marrying rich in comparison to women working hard and getting it themselves. And if you look at the percentage of the likelihood of you marrying rich, please go to school.
Is it crazy?
Girl, it's near enough impossible.
You have an 11% chance that you're going to marry a rich man that is financially stable. If they are in the millionaires or billionaires, you have a 5.1% chance.
Okay, so the definition of rich to them is like someone that earns over 100K, I'm assuming. So someone that's a millionaire, billionaire, what's the percentage?
You have a 5.1% chance.
Let's ask ChatGPT, what's the likelihood of a woman to make over £100,000 a year and to become a millionaire or a billionaire?
You have 1.78% chance as a woman to become a millionaire based on a 9-to-5 job. It goes a bit higher to 8% if you are an entrepreneur, but that also means if you have a startup, which basically means if you have generational wealth, you then have 25% chance to become a millionaire. But there's only about 0.5% likelihood of a woman marrying a millionaire.
White boy gonna tell me, what's up? I said, boy, this water fountain is for colors only.
You know, it's okay to just like us without making videos like this, is all I'm saying. It's okay to like us, love us, and not make don't please. You were right there, and you were right at the finish line, and you fell, you tripped. Disrespectfully, of course. No.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you pregnant? Yes! Now, I'm not even going to sit there and make a big deal out of it. Yes, I am! Because I told y'all that Cardi B ain't have no business leaving her husband for allegedly cheating for a man that cheats more. Allegedly. Now she in her feelings. Now she in her feelings with the girl from In Her Feelings. Oh, so what happened to? She can do what she wants. She feels liberated. He did it. She can do it too. What guys do, girls can do too. Now look at you. Now you're pregnant with a man, baby, that got about 3-4 other girls pregnant because you left. Baby, you don't leave Jordan for Rodman. Girl, you did not trade diamonds in for cubic zirconia. This man is a known player, and it was all fun and games until you ended up pregnant. Now a child is involved. You played yourself. You are looking for emotional release with someone that is not capable of being emotional with you, and tons of women do it all the time. And this is why it's never right for women to play get back with your pussy. Try to go body for body with a man. You're not a man. You don't do the things that men do. Women always want to do what men do when it's low vibrational. This was wrong from the get-go, and women defended it because it's Cardi. No, you can like her music and still say that this shit is stupid. It was stupid from the get-go. Bruh showed you and told you who he was. You didn't believe him. You thought that maybe that goddamn Grammy Award-winning cat could change who he was as a man. No, he's still a sniper, been a sniper, will always be a sniper. But the unfortunate part is now it's a one-parent household. Now it's a divorce. Now Cardi B has sacrificed all that she's worked for in a relationship with a man that was willing to build, protect, and provide for her for some outside dick, and the outside dick went outside and got another bitch pregnant. Now you want to get in your feelings. No, stay with it. You was just in the castle. Oh my God, it's so nice here. Stay with the nigga. You knew what he was when you met him. Just like 9 times out of 10, you knew what I said was when you met him, whatever that was. When a man is man enough to tell you and show you who he is, and you accept that and he gives you a choice, you don't run out the door every time that you don't get your way. Or you're going to be doing that for the rest of your life. Cardi B, congrats on the album, but take this L. Kiki, do you love me? Is you pregnant? Yup, that ugly one. Happy holidays to everyone. I have a sale going on to come on my podcast, one of the biggest podcasts in the Southeast. DM # interview to be the next guest on the Ugly Money Podcast. We interview people from all walks of life, all different types of professions, all different types of mentalities. Tell your story on the Ugly Money Podcast. It's not free, but it's so cheap that you're not going to miss it. Imagine millions of people hearing your story on the Ugly Money Podcast. DM me right now. I'm ready to work.
I hate being a mom. I want to be a dad. I want to go to work, be respected, only have to put on deodorant and like maybe brush your teeth. I don't want to be a mom anymore. Nobody appreciates you. Your kid doesn't appreciate you. I have a 2-year-old. He's wild, crazy, and feral. Every single time we go to soccer, he cries the entire time. He wants to be held. He doesn't even like me.
Honey, do you know what a 2.5-year-old does? They don't know anything about anything. They're running around. They're being a baby. So your baby is crying at soccer because he wants mama, right? And maybe the problem is that your nervous system and your energy is so afoul and all you're carrying is negative emotions from him. You think that child can't pick up on that? You think that child feels safe with you when you're harboring all this energy? I wouldn't even want to have a coffee with you and listen to you say this. It was even hard for me to watch your TikTok.
Modern women are so out of touch. She's sitting up here talking about it as if it's easy to go to work. Oh, where you go to work and you're automatically respected. Tell me you don't know what it is to be in a job environment without telling me you don't know what it is to be in a job environment. Just open up your mouth and tell us how ignorant you really are of the situation. Oh, you just get to go there, shake a couple of hands, and come on back to the house. Is that what you think men be doing with their day all day long? Y'all really do think that y'all are more advanced than men. Y'all really do think that y'all are far above. Y'all are doing more work than men are actually doing. Y'all really think that? No basis for it. No foundation for it. Just pure stupidity. I mean, why would a man marry somebody who thinks that they're better than he is? Why would a man why don't men approach? Why would he? Give me the reasons why. Oh, you should be so happy and think of yourself as privileged to be in my presence. I'm a woman. Be happy with me. Hear me roar. Stop this, please.
You know, how much money do y'all got? That's the question.
Bruh.
Since we asking questions.
The reason why I pop, you know what I'm saying? I'm with all men. You know what I'm saying? Females nowadays, if you worried about my money on the first day you meet me, bro, that's diabolical. They give Kanye gold digger vibes, bro. You here for the wrong intentions, fam.
Let me tell you this. For you to say a woman don't need to worry about a man's finances, if you're trying to be my boyfriend, my man, or whoever, how you gonna, help or be this husband you want to supply and provide for, but you don't have no damn money?
But I got a whole lot of money, baby. I got a whole lot of money. But at the end of the day,
I don't know your
that's just
account.
like if I first meet you, I ain't worried about what's in your pocket. I'm wondering where your mind at. Where your stable mental is at. If you got a good mental,
I'm going to be taken care of. I don't want to be broken homeless on the street.
How you gonna be broken homeless? Listen, you gotta take care of yourself first for a man to want to do something for you.
That's why I'm looking for the same thing.
Okay, well, baby, I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue.
I don't want to argue. There's no argument.
The problem is you're shallow. It's the first question that you asked. And instead of it being a joke, you kept on going. You could have said, okay, so who's got the biggest bank account? No, I'm just joking. That's what you could have said. But instead of saying that, you kept on going with it. Since we asking questions, since we want to come out, who makes it? What's your bank account looking like? You should not have to get schooled by a man and say, man, I got money, but you need to be worried about mental. You need to be worried about their mental. Oh, I need money. I need to be taken care of. Y'all are too worried about being taken care of financially. And I get where you're coming from. But y'all bypass everything else. That man, anytime that man flash $100 bill, oh, he must be able to take care of me. Oh, you see him buy that bottle with ease? Oh, he must be able to take care of me. Oh, that's my man now, girl. You don't even know what that man is up to. You don't know if that man is a criminal, if he's a convicted felon, if he's a psychopath. You don't know anything about that man other than he's got the ability to flash money in front of you, buy you a couple of drinks and maybe an appetizer, and all of a sudden you want to go home and you want to get married to him. That's what I'm saying. Modern women gotta stop talking. Quit talking. You sound slow.
Women cheat better than men.
They don't.
We do.
Y'all don't.
We do.
Y'all don't.
There are people that I know to this day that will take it to their grave on how long they've cheated and how many they've cheated with, and their men never knew.
Mm-hmm. Women do not cheat better than men.
Why do you think that?
The reason why women do not cheat better than men, I'm gonna tell you why it's this false narrative that women cheat better than men.
Mm-hmm.
Men are not messy as women are.
Okay.
See, this is the thing about a man.
Wait, men aren't consistent with how they cheat. Women are. So if we saying we're going to the grocery store, we're gonna tell our man. We're gonna tell the man that we cheating with, hey, can you go buy some groceries? I'm gonna come over to your house and we finna do our little do, and I'm gonna just pick the groceries up from your house and come back home to my man.
So you ready? Back to what I was saying. Women are not better than men at cheating.
Okay.
Women are messy. Women are emotional. Women demand more. See, like, you gotta understand, as a man, it's a flex for me to be able to sleep with you when you have a man, and I can't wait to send you back home to your man. Usually when a man is cheating with a woman, eventually if the dick is good enough and the timing is good enough, and then she starts to get envious and wants you to be her man. So she starts leaving lipsticks in cars and lip glosses in cars and scratching backs and hickeys on your upper thigh and on your upper collar. Like, women actually want to get you caught because women become territorial. A man can phone you for the rest of your life and smile in your husband's face, shake his hand, go play golf with him and never say nothing.
So if you're going to have an attitude, step into it with the right mindset. Because coach is going to be in your face and ask you to work in football practice. And how you going to respond? Tell me. Exactly. With a positive attitude. I got you, Dad. I'm ready to work. Because coach is going to be in your face and he's going to grab the next kid that's going to be ready to play it. You're not. They're going to get somebody else. That's what you got to understand. You were going to get in your own way. Get out of your feelings. I'm not going to treat you like a baby because you're not. So every time you step foot into something, you better step into it with a positive attitude. Because that crappy look you got on your face, that sad, sappy look, people aren't going to have time for that. They're going to write you off as a black kid that don't pay attention or has a bad attitude. They're going to move on to the next one. You think these people care? If you don't care about yourself, that's what you got to get through your head. Your mother can't save you. Only you can. You can't call mommy when things go bad to protect you. You got to step into it knowing that I got to do what I got to do because I want to be successful. Coaches are going to scream in my face. They're going to tell you about yourself. And you know what? I got to get my fault, coach. I got it. Let's go. That's what leaders do. I'm raising you to be a black leader. I'm raising you to be a leader, not to be a whiner, not to be a complainer. Those kids will fail and they'll get left behind. You either work or you don't. There's two choices in life. There is no in between. There's never an in between. So you can have this little cool, Dad, you don't talk about, but you're talking to someone who worked, who earned everything he had. And if you want it, you got to earn it with stuff like this. I told you that you got to fall in love with the process, dude. This is how you get better. Oh, step back. That won't get you nowhere. It's a waste. If you can't do something simple like I can come here and I can concentrate and I can make form shots because I know it's boring, but I know damn well if I can do this consistently when I'm in a game and I get a pass, it's so muscle memory, it's simple. I'm not going to baby you. Don't expect it from me. Shoot the ball. Hold the follow through like I taught you.
And for a lot of women, this is going to, you're talking to him too bad. Oh, that's my baby. That's what they're going to do. And they're going to mess up the relationship trying to save their son. They're going to mess up their son because it sounds bad. They're going to hold their son back. They're going to stunt the growth of their son trying to quote unquote protect him. He's telling them right. When you get out there and practice, and it's not about practice. Practice is the process. That's the process. There's a clip with Allen Iverson, and it is funny because he was so talented. And he was so talented that he would get in the game. It was like, man, it's practice. I don't really need practice. Like, I can go in there and cross somebody up, make a layup, or do a step back. I can do that. I don't need practice. You need to practice with your teammates. You don't need to be doing this by yourself. You can't ISO every single time down the court. I know you think that you can, but over the course of an 82-game season, and then when you get into the playoffs, these folks gonna fool around and trap you, dude. Then you'll have to get rid of the ball. Then you're gonna leave the first half with 2 points. And you're like, man, dang, I'm really having a bad night. Man, how do I get? And then you're gonna be down on yourself. But it's because you didn't have another way. That was your only way to score. You didn't diversify. How do I get my teammates involved? How do I play the game of basketball? You didn't learn that. So son, you need to learn the process of not just basketball, whatever sport you're in, whatever situation or position you're in. Learn the process of it and do it to the best of your ability. I say the best of your ability because some of the things you're not going to be good at, but you can be decent. You can give effort. You can try hard. We all know that clip, once again, that has been going viral, dare I say, making its rounds on social media about Dallas Cowboys, Elijah Clark. Man got pushed down 3 times. You think he's on special team? Tom Brady was like, man, I don't want to be a gunner. I'd hate to be on special. I'd hate to be doing that. I don't want to do that. You think Elijah Clark? Well, yeah, you know, I used to play at my freshman year in college, I think is what he said. Freshman year in college. And, you know, it just takes me back to that time. And everybody wants to know. People are showing their sons, hey, this is what perseverance looks like. This is how you win. I hate the Cowboys. Cowboys are trash. Cowgirls is what they say. But this play right here is what you need to know about life, especially as a man. Get up. They're going to push you down. You trying to get up again and they're pushing you down right in the middle of you getting up, pushing you down again. But I keep on getting up. I keep on running. I run downfield and I make the play. And then I step back and I say, in humble, I mean, I just hope somebody get on it. I hope somebody pause. I hope somebody jump on the ball. Another pause. You know, somebody get to the spot. Somebody gets to the location. We recover. Now we're back on offense because I made a play, a selfless play. I fell in love with the process. This is how I was supposed to do it. They told me keep on making effort. And look what happened. Good things happen. Keep on making effort. Keep on following through. Hey, don't get lazy. I know you're going to be tired. Don't get lazy. Like you said, I love that point. Muscle memory. So when you're doing all that, step back. It's natural. It's muscle memory. It's natural form at that point in time. Swish. And it's going to look nice. It's going to look smooth. It's going to look pretty. But it's going to be because you worked in these times that you're working now. When daddy's inside, cooking, trying to do extra work, eat dinner, spend time with mom, you're going to be out there working on your form. Like you said, you're not going to like what people say to you. You're not going to like how they say it to you. But don't worry about that. You worry about getting better because you're going to leave them in the dust. They're going to tell you how to improve. They're going to tell you what to do to get to the next level. You're going to take that and say, okay, I appreciate you. I know you're trying to talk down on me. I know you're trying to throw shade, but I appreciate you. And I'm going to take that. I'm going to go to the next level. Period. End of story. About a few years, you're going to say, how'd you get there? Well, it's because of your feedback. And you told me how to get better. I know you meant it for my bad, but I turned it into something good. So have a blessed day.